Okay, folks, we're going to start getting underway with our program. Please feel free to finish eating. Grab anything else that you want. Hi, my name is Fran Alia. I'm the Sports Information Director here at SUNY Cortland. I'd like to welcome everyone here for our annual Cortaca Jug press conference. And okay, now that we've got the preliminaries of yesterday out of the way, we'll have the real red versus blue battle that we care about now. And this is the time frame where normally I grab my script from other years and I can tell you about when we started and how many years we've done this and what Sports Illustrated called us and all these wonderful things. But I'm going to take a couple of seconds quickly and instead just take an opportunity to congratulate Mike Welch, the head coach, who is retiring after the season. Let me be the first today to congratulate you, Mike. You represent Ithaca College, the Cortaca Jug, upstate New York, Division III football, college football so well all these years as a player and as an assistant and as a head coach. And congratulations on an incredible career. It's been a pleasure working with you here all during the years. So again, congratulations. So to kind of continue that theme, I'm going to start today by bringing up our athletic director, Mike Gertz, to make some comments. Mike?
And thanks, Fran, and thanks to all of you for making it here this Wednesday afternoon. Fran and I had talked about a month and a half ago, and working with Susan over the last couple of years, which has also been a great pleasure. We are changing the dynamic a little bit for the media day here, and it's really the focus is on the players and the coaches. But you know, knowing some of the news around this game, certainly I asked Fran to give me a chance to say a couple words. So before I get into that, I do want to officially welcome our Ithaca partners and Susan and Coach Welch and the players, captains, it's great. And to our Cortland captains, it's great to see you here. Both coaches, I have a tremendous amount of respect for what you do year in and year out for this great game. I'm just lucky to be a big fan and a close partner in helping any way I can. But it's about you, and it's about you, and we're just lucky to be around it. And Coach Welch, certainly I want to echo what Fran had said. The reason I wanted to get up here today is to congratulate you on an unbelievable career. Hopefully it doesn't motivate your men too much. I have a feeling it may. But I've been lucky enough to be around this game in different capacities for about 17 years now. And you and I have a different relationship. We have some a close share. So I've had a closer seat than others, and I've always appreciated and respected the way you do your business. I think there's a lot to be said about that. It's not about the wins and losses. It's about how you go about it, and the players for the last, how many years? 33 years. Well, they've been lucky to be led by you, so congratulations as well. And before I step down, I thought it'd be very fitting to give you a little parting gift. So if you don't mind, I just need to come up for just a second.
I got it.
Now, don't get too excited. Yeah. I know we had a little conversation earlier about what we wear and what we don't. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be, Coach, but I thought for game day attire, I'm not sure what you're planning on, but I did pick something out for you. It took a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And I thought you'd appreciate this for game day. We got Welch, 16. All right, so Coach Welch. Congratulations, bud. I have a feeling this isn't going to make it out of town.
You're not going to take it back, right?
Well, I get a feeling I'm going to before you step on it.
The only place I could wear that is here.
Everybody looks good in red now. Come on.
And on Christmas Day or something.
The green scarf.
Yeah.
At this time, Ithaca team captains who are here with us today, Wolf Schaefer and Rob Barbieri, thank you for attending. And at this time, we'll bring up Wolf Schaefer to make some comments.
How's everybody doing? I just want to start off, thanks to Cortland for having us here today. It's a great setup, wonderful lunch. We appreciate everything you've done for us. I just want to start off by, very thankful to be a part of this 58th annual Cortaca Jug. This is something that's very special. I moved to Central New York, going into my freshman year of high school. I didn't know much about the area, but 2010, my sophomore year, was the first time I heard about this great thing, the Cortaca Jug. And it's something that caught my eye, and throughout my high school career, I worked really hard to be able to, play my dream of college football. And I looked heavily at Ithaca and Cortland, both great programs, very attractive, and this game was something that really pushed me to make a decision to come to one of these schools. So I'm just very appreciative to be in the position I am today. On behalf of Ithaca College Football, I just want to thank Coach Welch again for everything he's done for us. He's a great man. He's in this business for all the right reasons, and it's a big reason why I chose IC. So thanks again. Very, very fortunate to be able to lead this football team, Coach Welch's final year. I just want to recognize that. Rob and I are very fortunate to be in this position, and we're excited to finish this thing off the right way. One thing I want to recognize is growing up around this game, especially the college game, and specifically the college game. This rivalry is everything I love about college football. It's the reason why my dream has always been to play college football. It's the same. I want to get into the business of coaching college football. This game, the purity and the genuine love you see on Saturdays. It's a very special thing for all of us to be a part of. So, I don't want to underestimate the importance of this game. It doesn't matter what the records of each team are. This is something that is very special, and we all should, savor this moment because it's something that I'll remember for a lifetime. So, I'm excited. Good luck to you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys on the field on Saturday, and let's have some fun. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our Cortland captains. Here today, Joe Sarno, Stephen Ferrara, Carson Lassiter, Tom Hagan. Not able to be with us today, Captain Thomas Cornelius, along with today here with us, game captain for the week, John Mannix. And at this time, we're going to bring Carson Lassiter up to make some comments.
Good afternoon. University administration, coaches, and teammates, I want to thank everyone for being here today at this luncheon and press conference. I want to thank the Ithaca coaches and captains for being here as well. I know it pains them to be in Cortland territory for a little too long. Now, for the reason we're all here, Cortaca. Now, I don't know about Ithaca, but we here at Cortland never liked the tagline, the little big game in the nation, or the little biggest game in the nation. This is the biggest game in the nation, without a doubt. To outsiders looking in, Cortaca appears to be nothing but a college football game that takes place in upstate New York. This play for two $2 jugs that were started in 1959 and the mid-1980s, respectively. But little do they know, the Cortaca Jug rivalry means so much more, not just to the players, but to the universities as well. Loyal and diehard Cortland and Ithaca alumni host events throughout the country. Viewing parties are hosted on the East Coast as well as the West Coast. And not to mention the thousands of alumni and fans who make their way back to campus every year for the infamous game. For the players, it's a thrilling and unforgettable experience. It's an opportunity to enter a select and esteemed brotherhood that connects us players now with the countless players who were strapped in our pads before us and experience what lies ahead for us come Saturday. Whether it's the thousands and thousands of crazed fans, the storied rivalry and tradition, or the intensely competitive nature of the game, the Cortaca rivalry is an experience that us Cortland football players, as well as Ithaca football players, will carry with us for the rest of our lives. With all of that being said, there's only one thing left to do. Put the ball down and do what we do best. Good luck to Ithaca on Saturday. Thank you for your time today, and look forward to seeing you all noon Saturday. Roll State.
At this time, we've already brought him up once, but we'll bring him up again to make some comments, a little rebuttal here to his gift possibly. But at this point, 23rd year head coach at Ithaca College, Mike Welch.
I'll get to the jersey in a minute. Well, thanks, Fran. I really appreciate the kind words from you and Michael. Fran is, how many years have you been doing this?
26.
26. So Fran's been a big part of it. He's a class act, along with Mike Ertz. It's, you know, when your rivals are someone that you totally respect on how they go about their profession, they don't get much better than Fran and Mike and Dan MacNeill. What makes this rivalry so special in college football, aside from some fan action off the field, which I believe is being rectified and cleaned up, has been the performance and the professionalism of both football programs. We do a wonderful job, I believe, in selling what football games and football rivalries can become, and what they do for communities and what they do for college campuses. And this one is the best. This one is, although in Division III there are many, and in Division I there are obviously many too, but the Ithaca rivalry has been tremendous, and I've been very fortunate to be a part of it. I'm very appreciative of some great words that you've said. I've always, when I became the head coach, I always wanted to make sure that our football team represented itself, not only on how we played, but how we acted and how much respect we have for our opponents, and the sanctity of this game. And that's always been a driving force for me, to make sure our teams play well, play hard. In the end, one wins, one loses, but we handle it with class and with dignity and go on to the next year. I'm so appreciative of Susan Bassett, our Director of Athletics. I'm so appreciative of being named the head coach 23 years ago. A dream come true. And the Ithaca community is someone that's been very, very big part of my life. This year, I'm blessed to coach some young men that I truly love, and I think that's what football does too. It not only creates an atmosphere where young men can drive for excellence on the field, but also create lifelong relationships that last forever. And it comes with that love that I think only a game like this can develop. This team has that. With these two captains, Rob Barbieri and Wolfgang Schaefer, they've been great leaders, great performers and great leaders. A senior class that you couldn't ask for more. Total dedication, total commitment, coming to practice every day, win or lose the Saturday before, and with that leadership has trickled down to every member of our football team. For someone like me, this is their last year, and this being my last game, I can't thank my players, my staff, and everyone involved. And this game, if you were to pick how to end your career, how good is this? How good is this? And it will be in my memory forever. And I won't wear the jersey. I'll be wearing blue. But even that little olive leaf, or whatever you want to call it, that to make this game not only a heated rivalry, but something that we can keep in perspectives, that respect and relationships that our two institutions have developed are what it's really all about. Thank you very much.
And now, excuse me, now the 20th year head coach here at Cortland, Dan MacNeill.
Wow, feel it? Great eloquence. Captains, great job, coach. You know, sitting there thinking, how can I add to that? Again, I extend a warm welcome to our great adversary, our great rival, and to everybody that's here to help preserve and serve this great rivalry, Cortaca. Captains have already been introduced. I want to mention, take special note to our honorary captain, 11-year-old Lucas Quinn, a Homer resident. His family, Pat, a former assistant of mine, and Julie, and I don't believe Tara didn't come in, but a warrior joining us on the sideline. Lucas just got back from Boston on his battle, and he's a wounded warrior like Steve Ferraro, who's sitting next to him, who started out the season and unfortunately couldn't finish it. We'll be hosting him on the sideline, and wounded warrior, warrior being the operative word. We're thankful that you guys are here. His parents going through, Lucas doesn't even know it, a nightmare for every parent, but he's too busy being a warrior, and we're glad to have him on the sideline. A year ago, as I had mentioned, I sat here doing an interview just before this with Coach Welch. A year ago, I was posed a question by an Ithaca reporter right after the game, and she immediately came up to me and said, now, how do you think that this rivalry is diminished because of Cortland's dominance here in this arena? And it just really took me by surprise. Like, man, is she watching? Are they watching the same games that we're a part of here? You know, dominance certainly didn't come into my mind right there. Certainly, my answer was that, and that this game is simply not for the faint of heart. Just isn't for the faint of heart. We've kind of heard it echoed here by the people that preceded me. But it's still, you know, I still languished with that simple answer. And so I'm going to try to continue to work hard for everybody to even simplify exactly what that sentiment really is all about. First, as every year around this time, you know, Veterans Day is upon us, and I want to make sure that I honor and talk about veterans, certainly as we all, according to last night, we try to unify and become teammates again and honor our veterans here in a few days. And you know, just John Babbitt, a player in 2013 game, goes up for just a game-winning drive for us. And I was sent a picture just the other day of locked and loaded and headed for Afghanistan. So from both communities here, we certainly honor the veterans, and I certainly want to be one to do just that. Mike Welch at the finish line, you know that jersey, you know, I hope you kind of understand the sentiment, certainly the olive leaf that really represents. And, you know, it probably isn't going to make it home, and it may not make it through these next 2 days, I'm certain. And even if it does, in retirement, as you're looking down at Susan's mop, where I'm sure it's going to end up, you know, hopefully you can kind of reflect as she's using it probably, on all the experiences that you've had in this great game, and certainly great memories that hopefully that will elicit for you. But certainly a tribute to me, you know, an accomplished, respected individual, a player, a coach, and a visitor. Just a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I listened to Mike address the Hall of Fame here, the Regional Hall of Fame, Football Hall of Fame audience, about how this game matters, how football matters. Just an eloquent job and coming from a guy who has served the game in that manner. And he was referencing how the game saves lives. This game saves lives. He had a bone marrow recipient. We've had a bone marrow recipient save other people's lives, and so it continues on. But more than anything else, this game matters. This game saves lives. It is a game of, risk. You know, there's a sitting president, and there's a co-host of a morning show said, "Oh, I'd never let my children play this game." And I felt immediately sorry for those young men that would be held out from such a great reward. As players come back, as players talk about this game, they don't talk about risk. They talk about reward. Maybe a regret, that reward could have been a little bit better. But these guys right here, the representation that was standing up here, man, that's the American spirit, That's the American that said, let's go across these Appalachian Mountains and discover the West. That's the American spirit. Is there risk to it? Doggone right, risk into a bold life, a bold experience. But man, the reward. That's what this game is really all about. That's what Mike Welch represents. That's what he's done for this game. And certainly a super competitor. Tough to imagine South Hill without Mike Welch. It was tough to imagine South Hill without Jim Butterfield. You know what? They'll never be without that presence. I understand that, how they've been consumed, how they've been the fruit of the vine and consumed by their players. I can only imagine the motion on Saturday coming from that side. So, Mike, career well done, man. Except for this Saturday, I wish you the best. And you understand that. You and Susan will witness, hopefully, many, 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 many more drugs. Diminished rivalry, dominance, maybe a current run that we have. But I got to tell you, 19 games, of the 19 games I've been in, 14 of them were settled by 7 points or less. The remaining 5, only one of them did I enjoy a bigger winning margin. You can do the math. You can do the math. Only one of those 5, It's been a great rivalry, just a great rivalry. The only thing that could diminish this rivalry is maybe the threat of its existence, right? And so it's incumbent upon everybody that attends this thing to really honor and enjoy it. So what stands in front of you here is a man with a tremendous attitude of gratitude, as we gather again for the 2016 competition, the 75th meeting of these two schools. Now the 112, attitude of gratitude abounds with this coach. The 2016 Red Dragon football team was what most people are known. We know ourselves as the 112th, the 112th team to play here. We've challenged ourselves and we've changed our best, but we remain unchanged in terms of who we are. We continue to emerge under great adversity. And isn't it true that adversity introduces a man to himself? Adversity introduces a team to itself. And these coaches, these coaches are just getting after it. You couldn't be in these halls on Sunday. Man, they're getting after it to get this thing just right. This game plan for these players. Vested, no question about it. You heard the sentiment from a well-articulated Red Dragon captain. We're on a hunt. We're on a hunt. And these guys understand the process and they understand the prize. Have we been through some rough weather? Doggone right. Rough weather, right, in the timber industry makes good timber. And these are guys who are well-made, weathered timber. They understand. Of every game that we have not had success and come out on the winning end, again, a 7-point margin or less. So we're squeezing lemons, right, men? We're squeezing lemons. We're potentially our final opportunity, right? And that's how we see it. Our opportunity is now to be a 500 team together with maybe with an outside chance to play another game. You got to win. It's time to be phenomenal. Our guys are about hoorah, right? Hoorah. There's a spirit behind that. It means everything but no, everything. But there's a spirit right there that these guys understand. They're sharpening their edge to be the best they can be. They got that badge. They know exactly how to give it away. We're going to serve, and we're going to serve above the lines. Go Dragons. Now it's my pleasure, That's your cue. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Cortaca 3. All right, as you know, both the jugs have filled up, been recorded with 56 recorded games. So there's a need for a third. And, you know, I talked with our athletic director, and he said, hey, why don't you look into it? And I did, and it really gave, I don't know anything about ceramics, right? And they flat out don't make those jugs anymore. They just don't make it. They're hard to find. Interesting, the ceramics professor said that both those jugs were made in Cortland, in this general vicinity, at a time when they used those for milk jugs and water jugs. And so it is fitting that it's the third is then made here. Jeremiah Donovan is the professor of ceramics. Gato Zampaguyan, I probably said that wrong, was the ceramics student that made them. And Denise Meyer, unbeknownst, when you fire a blue and red jug, it turns into some really bad looking colors. Not certainly red and not certainly blue. So Denise Meyer, a local artist, decided that she would chip in and help paint those and make them just right. So, delivered by our honorary captain, Lucas Quinn, I present to you Cortaca 3. Thank you. There you go. Good job. Thank you.
Here, have them bring it
Oh, there you go. Over you go.
Now, can we write the scores really small this time so we can hold off before we go to Cortaca 4? Couple of housekeeping notes here before we wrap up. We're very happy again that we're televising this game. Thank you to Jim Forshe, to the Video Club, our Sport Management Club, our group, and Campus TV for their combined efforts to have this game on. It'll be on Time Warner, channel 325, and again, Jim and his group producing the game in Central New York. It'll also be online. You can go to cortlandreddragons.com/video and see it there. A lot of our alumni groups around the nation will be watching it online. Also, WICB, Ithaca's radio station, will again be doing the broadcast, and you can see that, or you can hear that, I should say, online as well. So again, thank you for your attendance. The formal portion of our press conference is over. We will ask the participants, coaches, and the players to please stay with us for one-on-one interviews with the media, plus some other places we'll bring you for some interviews. So again, thank you for your attendance, and everyone enjoy the game Saturday. Thank you.
I guess so, huh?